hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic.
Hello and welcome to the Roosevelt Gym. The girls just got done about 10 minutes ago where the Watertown Arrows snuck out a 2-point victory, 32-30. Really low-scoring defensive game, and now the boys getting set to take the court. The Arrows come into the game 4-11, Roosevelt at 6-9, but it's been a story of rebuilding for both of these two teams who made the state tournament last year and this season, both looking to find their marks here before they get to the end of the year, trying to make a last-ditch effort to get into the state tournament. Let's take a look at the matchup between the two teams. And the points per game favors the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Defense very close on both sides, but both teams have been a little lower scoring than we've seen them in the past. Rebounding-wise, this Watertown team does a good job of hitting the boards on both the offense and defensive side. Roosevelt has been more run and gun, and assists per game also goes to Watertown, even though they don't score as many. They set up in the half court a little bit more often than Roosevelt does. Field goal percentage-wise and three-point percentage-wise definitely favors the Roosevelt Rough Riders, and this is someplace they can get really hot is beyond the arc. This team with Jamari Tiger and Memphis Bylander and some of their shooters from the outside, even CJ Smousting, Quick, and some of the others can get hot. Watertown has had trouble getting hot from beyond the arc this year. It's been one of their issues shooting the basketball. Let's take a look at the Rider report. Mitch Begeman in his 9th season now as the head coach at Roosevelt. He's won 2 state titles, back-to-back titles, with this Roosevelt team in 21 and 22. And this season is reloading with a lot of different players, a lot of players who get court time. He can rotate up to 9 or 10 players in a game. But the leaders this year have been Memphis Bylander at 10 points per game and Jamari Tiger coming off the bench, hitting 42% of his threes from off the bench. And then Isaiah Grind, another solid player in the rotation for the Riders. We talked about the rotation being settled. They started the year off with a lot of different combinations, a lot of different starting lineups, but now for the last about 7 or 8 games, they've been settled with the same starting 5 and feel much more calm with the starting 5 that they have. Memphis Bylander has been averaging 10 a game, but averaging closer to 15 a game over the last couple of weeks. He has been taking over as their main offensive threat. Since that win on against O'Gorman on January 25th, they've been really playing much better as a team. And in fact, they won their last 2 games against the ESD teams, both Brookings and Huron. So a really positive sign for this Rider team on offense so far this year. They have put together a nice run. They are in the standings right now, still as a road team in the SODAC 16, but a team that I don't think anybody wants to play at this point in the season. The Roosevelt boys have lost to Mitchell, lost to Jefferson, but then got a big win against Huron, Brookings, and now take on Watertown as they try to put something together. I mean, they started out the year with 5 straight losses and have come back strong, winning against the 2 Rapid City schools, beating Yankton, feeling good about that. We talked about the January 25th win, which really seemed to settle things down as they beat O'Gorman. Played Mitchell really tough. Basically had Jefferson beat and somehow lost the game in the early February, and then played one of their best games of the year with a win over Huron and Brookings. They handled last, on the 11th, earlier this week. But the rest of their schedule consists of this game tonight. Then they host Lincoln next week. Then they're at Washington, at Mitchell, host one more game this year against Aberdeen Central, and finish the year up at Pierre at the end of the season. This Watertown team, on the other hand, this is a team that's trying to get their feet under them, start 3 seniors and 2 juniors, but really have had struggle being consistent this year. Their wins this year have come against Brookings, who haven't won a game yet this year. Great Plains Lutheran, a B team that they beat by 20 points early in the year. And then they got a nice win against Yankton in the middle of January and beat Brookings again. Other than that, they've taken L's. So this is a game for Roosevelt that they feel like they really should win. We were talking to head coach Mitch Begeman about settling this rotation down and how they've improved since he's been settled down. And here's what he had to say about that.
Definitely switched up our lineup, and I think this lineup that we've had for the past 5 games, and we feel good about it. But we've had some injuries, and so we've had to kind of have some new guys step up, but we feel really good about our 9-10 guys right now, and obviously not a lot of teams can say that they can play 10 kids, but we can, and we're going to use that to our advantage, and we're going to continue to play the style that we play. We've definitely switched up our lineup, and I think this lineup that we've had for the past 5 games, and we feel good about it. But we've had some injuries, and so we've had to kind of.
Welcome back. We're getting set to introduce the starters in this game. We'll take a quick break and be right back in a minute.
Up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family-owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years' experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Second game tonight. A little later start than we'd planned. It had an 8 o'clock start time. It's about 8:17 right now, but it's perfect time to play some basketball on Valentine's Day. Glad you guys could be with us here on Live Ticket TV, where we're going to bring you as many Sioux Falls games as we possibly can over the next couple of weeks. So stay with us here on Live Ticket TV. Jason Adair along with Memphis Call and Hannah Rowe on production, and getting set to introduce the starters for Watertown. And Watertown starts 3 seniors and 2 juniors, and their 2 juniors are their 2 leading scorers, and their 2 of their 3 seniors are their captains. Let's introduce some of those players right now. Gabe Norberg, senior guard at 6'1", averaging 6 points a game, 3 rebounds a game, and leads the team in assists with 3.4 assists. One of their 2 captains, their other captain, Mitch Olson. He comes in at 6'3". We know he can jump just from watching him play football. At receiver, he's averaging 4.6 per game. Caden Decker, number 11, the junior 5'11 guard, averaging almost double digits a game. He's been a reliable outside shooter for them. And then their leading scorer, their junior Jackson McClemens, comes in at 6'4". He's averaging 14.5 points per game. And Spencer Winchus, the muscle down below, averaging 4 rebounds per game. He's headed to SDSU to play football next year. That's a look at the starting 5 for the Watertown Arrows. Now your hometown Roosevelt Rough Riders, and we talked about how they've kind of settled down with their top 5 starters over the last couple of weeks. These are the 5 that they've decided to go with. Dang Quick is starting at guard for them, the 6'3" long defender who's averaging about 6 points per game. CJ Smouse, really the steady hand on the perimeter for them. Number 2, the junior guard. Don't look to him for a lot of points, but he controls the pace of the game for these Riders. Then Memphis Bylander, their 6'4" junior guard, his second year of getting a lot of varsity playing time. He has really become one of the leaders of this team on and off the court, averaging 10 points per game. Akeem Moko playing in the post for them, really their best rebounder. He'll pull a shot out once in a while from the perimeter, but for the most part, he does his damage in the paint. And then senior Micah Kranzler, one of their defensive specialists, also can shoot a nice shot from the outside when he's asked to, but for the most part, he has been one of their best defensive players, and that's why he's in the starting lineup. But they will rotate up to 10 or even 11 players at times in this starting rotation, or in this rotation for Roosevelt. So look for a lot of different lineups coming at you from Roosevelt today against this Watertown team searching for a signature win on the season. Getting set to tip things off in the circle, Jackson McClemens and Akeem Moko. And there it is, the tip. Moko hangs in the air and gets possession. And here come your Roosevelt Rough Riders. Kranzler over to Schmaus. Schmaus into the corner. Dang Quick. Baseline 3 up and no good. Rebounded by Gabe Norberg. Arrows will start with one on the post. 5 on the outside. They've got a cutter in the middle and Caden Decker. And the guards rotating it on the perimeter. 3 ball from deep, up and no good for Jackson McClemens. CJ Smouse and the Riders moving it down court. There's Dane Quick. Tries to get a pick from Moko. Inside to Moko. Finds a wall but gets to the free throw line after Gabe Norberg had some contact on the inside. So first foul of the game will give Akeem Moko a chance to shoot free throws, something he would like to improve at, shooting about 44% this year. Rattles one home and in. First point of the game as Roosevelt makes one from the free throw line. Second one rims out. So 1-0 start. Caden Decker, number 11, with the ball. Hands it off to Mitch Olson. Olson finds Winchus. There's Gabe Norberg. Deep 3 on the corner. On the wing, it's up and good. And that's a good sign for a team that hasn't shot the ball extremely well from 3 to open things up with the 3 ball. Quick down to Moko, out to Schmaus. Schmaus will go right down the middle of the lane and pick up a field goal for 2. 3-3. Little token man pressure on the full court press. And Olson goes down to Decker. Here's Winchus, who gets fouled by Kranzler out on the perimeter. That's probably not a place you want to get your first foul, is out on the perimeter against their post player. But no harm. Watertown inbounds. There's Jackson McClemens, leading scorer. It goes off. Bylander almost out of bounds. A wrestle for the ball, and they're going to say Bylander touched it out of bounds. So 28 on the shot clock. Watertown with possession. Norberg will swing it out to Olson. Olson back to Winchus. Decker thinks about driving but loses the ball. Bylander punched it out. Schmaus in the open court. Off the left side, no good. Moko can't come down with it, and Gabe Norberg will reset for Watertown. Couple of turnovers early. And a 3-3 tie. 5:43 left. Inside, McClemens has to hold onto the basketball for a little bit before scoring it off the glass. His first 2. Quick into Schmaus. Schmaus has an opening. We'll kick it back to the top to Kranzler. Quick on the perimeter. Lost his dribble, lost the ball. Decker on the break. He'll take it straight in and off the glass. Caden Decker with the leaner. 7-3, Watertown leads. And Decker with 5 quick points. Hit that 3 and then pushed the accelerator on his way to the rim that time. A travel called by CJ Smouse. You're going to say it's kind of a carry. And Roosevelt having some issues hanging onto the ball early. And they'll go to the bench quickly as Carson Hoynes checks in for Kranzler. Jamari Tiger also checking in, their second leading scorer for Roosevelt. So Jackson McClemens, head coach Pat McClemens' son, taking it up for Watertown. Lost the ball. Schmaus in the open court. Delayed, but great punch out by Decker. Decker's having an outstanding first quarter. Bylander, as he tries to save it, steps out of bounds. He says, I got hit on the head. What about that? They don't listen to him, though. And Watertown, once again, will reset. Watertown up 7-3 early into the corner, and they'll swing it around the perimeter. Get it inside. That's Isaac Rehorst in the game. A little short on the jumper from Busker. And McClemens had a good look at it, but rolls off the rim. Schmaus to Tiger. Tiger trying to take it to the rack. Some good defense by Decker, but he did reach in, and he's going to get called for the foul. Checking into the game, Jack Mack now. He'll relieve Mitch Olson. So 3 subs in the game right now for Watertown. Tiger likes that shot from the corner. Can't quite make it, but Hoynes tries to get the rebound, but shovels it over to Jack Mack, the sophomore, 6'5" forward. Into the corner, Decker trying to drive the baseline, and foul on the baseline. I think Decker's going to pick that one up, his second. So really good first quarter, but he's going to check out after his second foul. Gabe Norberg checking in for Decker. Hoynes to Schmaus. We're under 4 minutes in the first quarter. Roosevelt has only hit 1 field goal. Good ball movement. Tiger to Schmaus into the corner to Bylander. Tries to drop one out for Moko, and it'll stay with Roosevelt after they can't come up with the loose ball. A couple more subs. Bryson Skogsberg checks in for the Riders. And Jamari Tiger will trigger it from the baseline. Schmaus. Tiger. A little dipsy-do, and off the glass for 2. As Tiger comes up with a field goal. First one they've had since Schmaus's early fast break points. And Garang, who had just checked into the game, picks up the foul, and Roosevelt now with 2 fouls in the first quarter. And Jack Mack, the sophomore, trying to bring it up, decides to check it and give it over to Norberg. Good trapping defense out of this Roosevelt team. Mack tries to go baseline, loses the ball. Skogsberg controls for the Riders. And Schmaus will set up the offense. So Schmaus and Tiger playing the perimeter. Hoynes, Garang, and Skogsberg also in the game. Hoynes gives it back to Garang for 3. A little bit offline to the left, misses. Here come the arrows. Winches grabs, or excuse me, that was Rehorst who grabbed the rebound. Oh, there's a grab on the inside. Tried to get it into Mack, but he got grabbed. I think they're going to call it. We'll double check here. Yep, it's on Skogsberg. Oh, it's on Hoynes, excuse me. It's going to go against Carson Hoynes. So 3 fouls on each team. And a fresh 35 for the Arrows. Busker drives left side, uses his right hand off the glass, and good. 2 for Busker. Strong drive by Tiger, and he's going to get fouled on the way in. Tiger's going to get 2 shots. And Rehorst picks up the foul. Pat McClemens voices his displeasure. Head coach for this Watertown Arrows team. Tiger up and good. So he's got 3 on the night. It's 9-6 early. Tiger an 81% free throw shooter. Makes them both. 2-point game, Arrows with the lead. Mitch Olson gets it back to Norberg. Norberg tries to drop one on the inside. Rehorst can't come up with it, and Skogsberg gets the crazy carom. On the line for 2. Up and no good. Quick comes back and puts in the floater. Good pass on the inside. And Deng Quick gets his first 2 points of the game, ties it up at 9. Shot from the outside, no good. Gabe Norberg. Rebounded by Hoynes. Here come the Riders, who put together 6 points in a row. I take that back, 4 in a row. Tiger lines it up just offline and drills it for 3. That's Jamari's Tiger's game. Loves shooting it from 3. Got into rhythm on those free throws, and now he could be on fire. 12-9 the score. Under a minute. First lead for the Riders since their 1-0 lead, making the first free throw of the game. Olsen tosses it to Norberg across, gets it on a straight-on 3 for Carter Busker. Their second 3 of the game for the Arrows. Ties it back up. Tigers going to slow it down just a fraction of a second more on the game clock than the shot clock. Garang and Tiger trying to kill some clock. Tiger has it, 10 seconds. He looks to drive, powers it in. Hard defense by Rehorst. 2-1. Floater, left hand, up and no good for Mitch Olsen. And the first quarter ends in a tie. 12-12 at the end of 1. We'll take a break. You're watching Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
When life gets hard.
Welcome back to the Roosevelt Gym. Jason Andera along with Hannah Rowe and Memphis Call, bringing you Roosevelt Rough Rider basketball. Watertown and Roosevelt on the court, tied at 12 at the end of the first quarter. Jamari Tiger came off the bench and hit 7 quick points to give a little boost to this Roosevelt team. 5 points for each. Caden Decker and Caden Decker and Carter Busker. Busker also coming off the bench for Watertown. They'll work the perimeter looking for a shot. Norberg hands it off to McClemens. McClemens fakes out, gets an open shot, rolls it in. 4 points now for Jackson McClemens, as he gets a friendly bounce off the rim. Moko tries to get it inside, gets it back out to Deng Quick, who buries a three-point shot. And Quick has 5 on the night. Norberg and Olsen working the ball on the left side. Gets it back to McClemens. Winches over to Norberg. There's McClemens once again, getting a different defender this time down the court. McClemens again, a nice fake with the first move. Throws it off the rim, and it does not go down. There's a push on a try for the rebound. I think it's going to be against Winches. Yep. Winches picks up his first. 15-14, Roosevelt with the lead on that dang quick three-point shot just a moment ago. Skogsberg and Tiger substitutes in the game right now for Roosevelt. Here's Memphis Bylander. Skogsberg trying to drive baseline, hangs, throws it to Tiger for three. And when Jamari Tiger gets going, folks, watch out. He can light up a gym. Baseline jumper up and no good that time for Norberg, cleared by Moko. Here comes Skogsberg. Bylander wide open for three. Just offline. Moko can't get the board. Winchus does. And a foul on the baseline. I think Bylander might pick that one up. So Memphis Bylander, no points yet. Now commits a foul. The leading scorer on this Roosevelt team has been really a bright spot in this lineup, especially over the last couple of weeks. McClemens back out to Gabe Norberg. Got to go into the corner. Busker trying to drive that left side. I think there's a foul before he got into his shooting motion. And it's going to go against Dane Quick. So a fresh 35, and here come the Arrows. Busker. Olsen pulls up for the left-handed J, no good, and Wenches knocks it out of bounds on the rebound attempt. 18-14, Roosevelt up. See Denal Dean checking for the first time for Roosevelt. He's number one out there. And Micah Kranzler, who started the game, checks back in for the first time since he saw the bench in the first quarter. Bylander over to Schmaus. There's Dean. Baseline drives, up and rolls it in. So Dean doesn't take long to find the scorebook. 2014. Long pass, dangerous pass. Karem's out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Roosevelt. As Caden Decker tried to hunt that one down, couldn't keep it in bounds. So Roosevelt up 6 now. We were tied at 12 at the quarter mark. 8-2 run for Roosevelt so far in this quarter. Dean and Schmaus playing catch. Back to Bylander. Moko on the baseline. Double teamed in the corner. He'll get out with the dribble. They're going to swing it to the other side. Kranzler. Double dribble. He dribbled it, picked it up, and dribbled it again for the turnover. Micah Kranzler. 4:25, second quarter. Watertown in need of a hoop here. Down 6. They were tied at the quarter break. There's Caden Decker, who's been some good offense early in this one. Busker drives as he hangs in the air, falls awkwardly to the ground, gets right back up. But Akeem Moko is going to pick up the foul. And that'll send Busker, the junior 6'2 guard, to the free throw line, hitting 70% of his free throws so far this year. Bounces that one off the front of the rim. Busker with 5 so far in this game. Three team fouls on Roosevelt after that one, with 4:14 left here, second quarter action. His second one is up and good. So a little back court pressure from the Arrows. It's going to be off of Watertown. And with 5 seconds left to get it across the timeline, Roosevelt will inbound. Riders set up. Bylander will swing it back around. Schmaus tries to get it into Skogsberg, and they're going to catch Skogsberg for camping out in the lane. And there's going to be a couple of subs. Carson Hoynes and Jamari Tiger check back in. Jamari Tiger leading all scorers. 10 early points here in the first half of action for Roosevelt. And as Caden Decker put his head down to dribble, he left himself open on the back end, but as he lost it out of bounds, it's going to be off of Roosevelt. 30 seconds still on the shot clock. Watertown looking for a spot in the defense to attack. It's Caden Decker over to Busker. Into the corner. Still haven't gotten it inside the three-point line. There they do. Into the corner. Decker likes it from three, and he swishes it home. A three-point basket for Caden Decker, his second from deep tonight. Pulls within two. Well, and that one almost lost by Tiger. He dropped it, didn't even know it was off of his foot. Tiger from deep. Can't quite line it up. Memphis Bylander keeps it alive for a fresh 35. Skogsberg, the lefty, three. It's good. His first points of the game, 23-18 now. Roosevelt providing a little trouble in the backcourt. Decker tries to go inside to Rehorst, and it slides out of bounds. And it's going to be Roosevelt checking in the ball game with a few new players as Memphis Bylander takes a seat. Isaiah Garang will set up on the left baseline. Schmaus looking to set something up for Roosevelt. Garang. Schmaus inside out. Skogsberg on the baseline. Kicks it to Garang. Fakes out one shooter. Has an open look from the baseline. No good. Gets the rebound on the carom. No good as well. Kept alive. Garang's third time's a charm. And good offensive rebounding by Roosevelt to keep that one alive. They're up 25-18 now. Busker loses control of the basketball. He thought he was fouled. I think he is going to get bailed out with a foul. He's going to go against CJ Schmaus, and he'll check out of the game as Dane Quick checks in for him. 25-18, a 7-point lead here for the Riders. Jackson McClemens floats up the three, no good, but good offensive board. Jack Mack keeps it alive for the Arrows. Busker, quick release, in and out. And it's going to be a turnover, is it? Nope, it's going to be a foul on the play. And Isaac Rehorst picks up the foul away from the ball. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as the Riders take a 25-18 lead into the timeout break. And as we said, Jamari Tiger has been doing some big-time shooting. He's hit 2 threes early on, another field goal. And he's in double digits already in this game. Dane Quick has 5, Denal Dean with 2, CJ Smouth 2, Isaiah Garang 2, Akeem Moko 1, and Bryson Skogsberg with 3. You can tell they spread the wealth on this Roosevelt team. Rarely do you see the same leading scorer night in, night out. They've got a lot of different players that can hurt you. So Roosevelt getting ready to inbound Going against this Watertown team that's trying to stay in the top 16. They are at number 17 right now in seed points. A point behind Rapid City Central. Skogsberg tries the three, misses left. Under a minute and a half now. Watertown down 7. Norberg back out to Mack. Try him on the back cut. And they're going to give it to Roosevelt. Gabe Norberg made a nice back cut, was open, but the pass went out of bounds. And Watertown really struggling to get into flow offensively. They had the early lead in this one, and Roosevelt is calmly and collectively taken back over in this game. Garang lines up the 3-ball, and there's a push on the rebound. It's going to stay here. I think Jack Mack is going to be called for clearing out. So foul number 3 on the team. Under a minute here in the second quarter of play. Roosevelt trying to build on this 7-point lead. Hoynes. Garang. A little jab step. Tries to create some room. Loses the ball. And Carter Busker comes up with the loose ball. Here come the arrows once again. Mack from 3. Up and good! Jack Mack's first field goal of the game. And the Arrows have hit 4 3-pointers here early on. Pull within 4, 16 seconds. Playing for the last shot. 10 seconds. Skogsberg, deep 3. Rebound. Hoynes tries to save it, but with 3.2, it's going to be Watertown's possession. 3.2 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Busker, deep 3, no good. And that'll be your score at halftime. The hometown Roosevelt Rough Riders up 25-21. We'll take a break for halftime and join you for second half action. You're watching Live Ticket TV.
And our thoughts get too much to bear. Finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Roosevelt High School gym, where it is nice and comfortable inside. It's getting colder and colder outside, but it's starting to warm up a little bit in here. 25-21, not the most electric offense we've seen in AA, but did heat up from three-point land a little bit. We saw Watertown, a team that hasn't made a ton of threes this year, make 4 first-half three-pointers, and the Riders also kicked in 4 three-pointers in the first half. For scoring, it was Jamari Tiger, 10 points for Roosevelt to lead the way, 5 for Dang Quick, 3 for Bryson Skogsberg, and 2 for Denaldine, CJ Smouse, and Isaiah Garang, and just a free throw for Akeem Moko. For the Watertown Arrows, 4 players in the scoring column, led by their junior Caden Decker, who had 8 points, Carter Busker, the other junior, with 6 points, Jackson McClemens, another junior, with 4 points, and their sophomore Jack Mack hit a big 3-point basket. That totals up 25-21. The Roosevelt Rough Riders with the lead in this one, and they'll take possession to start the second half action. There's CJ Smouse to Dang Quick, over to Kranzler and Bylander. The entire starting 5 touched the ball on the perimeter on that possession. There's Akeem Moko. Quick, from about 12 feet, buries it. 27-21. Bylander almost pokes one free, and they will just get it across the line with a second to spare. It's Gabe Norberg setting things up. Mitch Olson, left-handed 3, up and good. And Mitch Olson onto the scoreboard as they pull within 3, 27-24. Big 3, nice answer from Dang Quick. He's got 5 quick wins in the second half. Loose ball, it's going to go out of bounds. Roosevelt possession. And quickly, Carter Busker will check in for Caden Decker. Couple quick shots from Dang Quick here in this second half of play. Micah Kranzler gets it out to Moko, almost stolen by Winchester. Quick fakes the shot. They'll swing it around. Schmaus tries to drive baseline. Foul on the baseline, and it's going to go against Gabe Norberg. And that'll be 2 fouls on Gabe Norberg now. A fresh shot clock for the Riders. Tapped out of bounds by Winchester. And CJ Smouse ready to inbound it. Tries to get it to Moko. Barely does. A wall of defenders kicks it back out to Kranzler for three. Micah Kranzler is 3 of 10 from the three-point line coming into this game and hits a big one right there. There's a whistle on the way to the hoop. It's going to be a hold, I think, on Moko maybe? Nope. It's going to be on Dan Quick. So 33-24. The Roosevelt offense starting to find a groove. Loose ball, middle of the lane, tipped by Watertown. Nope. They're going to say it's off Akeem Moko. Okay. I'm with Akeem on this one. I think it was off Watertown, but it's going to be Watertown ball. Norberg fakes the three, decides to go baseline. Cross-court pass. Up and good. Carter Busker hits a big three-point shot and a 30-second timeout taken to follow that. We'll stay right here. And we've seen a little jolt of offense coming from both sides here in the third quarter. Something a little bit newer. Let's talk about the playoff scenario for both of these two teams. It's going to be a stretch for Watertown to try to make it into the top 16. They sit at 17 right now. They're going to have to get a key victory coming up somewhere soon to vault Rapid City Central into the top 16 to make the playoffs. They've got Aberdeen, Huron, Harrisburg, and Pierre coming up to finish out their season. For Roosevelt, they currently sit on a road game here in the first round of the Sodak 16 at 11. It's 6-9 right now, but are trying to work their way up possibly to a top 8 finish. They're going to have to go on a little run themselves if they want to get to that top 8 spot. Schmaus bobbles it, pulls back for three, and drains it. CJ Schmaus hits a three, and this Roosevelt offense has hit 3 threes so far in the third quarter. Whistle. It's going to be a foul in the baseline. I think Kranzler's going to pick this one up. Nope, it's going to be on Moko, excuse me. He'll get his second foul. Norberg. Oh, there's a foul offensively. I think that's going to be on Winchus as he tried to set a pick to clear the shot for Norberg. (36-27). There's Moko and Kranzler working on the outside. Dang quick. 5 points in this quarter already. Inside to Moko. Trying to take a charge, but Moko successfully converts off the glass. Gabe Norberg tried to fall down as if he was hit on the charge. Quick to the hoop. Busker can't come up with it. Comes up with the loose ball on the offensive board and will get fouled on the way back up. It's going to go against Schmaus. So Carter Brisker will put up the first free throw up and good. He's got 9 so far in this one. 10, excuse me, after that free throw. And now 11. He averages 9.5 a game coming off the bench. He's been kind of their microwave to heat things up in the middle of this game, and he's definitely done his job doing that in this one. 38-29, excuse me. 3 ball up and good. It's Tiger again. And he continues to assault from beyond the arc. 41-29. Schmaus comes up with the steal, takes it right away from the Arrows, and then gets fouled on the way back down the court. Isaac Rehorst got it stolen and then comes back and gets called for the foul. So Roosevelt putting together a nice run. Their offense has been much more smooth this quarter. $16 points already in this quarter. Bylander. Tiger swings it to Kranzler for three. It's going to be short. Hoynes gets the offensive board, no good. Caden Decker comes up with the rebound, and the Arrows start to run. McClemens. It's been quiet since the first quarter. Mitch Olson swings it across. Three ball is true for Jack Mack. 41-32. Kranzler swarmed by defenders. And Schmaus will try to penetrate, get it to Bylander. Bylander loses control in the middle of the lane and then commits a foul on the way back, going for the loose ball right over the top of Isaac Rehorst. And Memphis Bylander hasn't had a ton of opportunities to score this game, but has been relatively quiet. Riders still lead by 9, coming up on 3 minutes in the third quarter. Stolen by Garang. He's going to go hard right at the rack. Drops it, no good. Bylander can't put it back. And Jack Mack picks it up. Good no call on the break that time as Garang went hard at the rim. Free throw line up, no good for McClemens. And a push on the rebound. And Rehorst is going to pick up another foul. And he'll check out of the game as Gabe Norberg checks back in for Watertown. No, it's going to be McClemens who checks out. McClemens, who came into this game averaging 15, has just 4 so far. So both teams' leading scorers have been relatively quiet. Bylander tries to hang from the baseline. He's going to be called for clearing out. Trying to gain some space. And Bylander picks up another foul. He's got 3 now and will go to the bench. Skogsberg to check in. Oh, miscommunication on the inbound, picked up by Roosevelt. Garang going baseline. Hangs and hits. Got up into the air and got fouled and had great body control to finish that one off, and the foul will be called on Spencer Winchus as Garang has a chance for a three-point play. He'll finish that one off, 44-32. Interior pass. Blocked from behind. Hoynes got a piece of the Winchus layup, and Tiger goes quick to the hoop. Jamari Tiger squeezes one in on the nice pass by Bryson Skogsberg. Little hanger and a hit for Caden Decker. 34 for Watertown now, still trailing by 12. Couple quick passes. Skogsberg on the inside. Decker is going to pick up a foul as Skogsberg had some contact in the paint. That's 3 fouls now on Decker. And Skogsburg gets to shoot 2. 5th team foul for Watertown. Both teams have committed 5 fouls here in this quarter. And Skogsburg drains the first one, his 4th point tonight. Gets them both to go. And a little pressure in the backcourt. 14-point lead now for the Riders. Schmaus comes up with the steal, gets it to Tiger. He's looking to go right at the rack. McClemens trying to size him up, commits the foul on the way up. And McClemens had him even. Tried to find a way to keep Tiger from scoring and gets called for the foul. Tiger, one of the better free throw shooters in AA, makes it look easy. 49-34. And that's the 25th point of this quarter for Roosevelt, who is absolutely rocking and rolling on the scoreboard. They have been in some type of rhythm, and they're also getting a lot of turnovers, forcing a lot of turnovers from Watertown, who had really had trouble getting into their offense. High-scoring quarter for both teams. Poked loose by Garang. He'll get it back. 2-on-2, slows it down. Tiger from deep 3 sizes it up and drains it. Jamari Tiger. The Riders up to 53 points. They went into halftime with 25. This has been an explosion for the Riders this quarter as Norberg tries to get a 3, and he does! His first bucket of the game. 53-37, under a minute. Inside to Skogsburg. He's going to get... Nope, they're going to say travel. He walked on the way in. So one of the few offensive possessions that end up empty for Roosevelt. Shot clock is off now. Watertown still down 16. Little ball pressure from Tiger. 15 on the clock. Norberg. Olsen tries it from 3. He's short. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. A foul on the way down. I think that's going to... Almost made it as they chucked it across the court. He did make it. Okay, I wasn't looking. Hannah Rose says he made it. That's why he hit that little cheer from the crowd as there was a full court chuck by Roosevelt that just happened to go in the hoop. But that'll bring Spencer Winchus to the free throw line with 6.4 seconds in and out for Winchus. He's yet to score tonight. Second one off the back iron. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 ball up and 2 deep for Karsten Hoynes. So the Riders put up a mere 28 points in that third quarter. Wow. They are up 16, 53-37 as we enter the fourth. We'll take a break and be right back on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back at the Roosevelt Gym, and what a quarter that was.
In times like these,
who maybe had, I don't know, 1 or 2 empty possessions, got to the free throw line, made them, chucked up threes left and right and made them. I think they had 4 threes just in that quarter. And they have pushed this thing out to a 16-point lead. By the way, I stand corrected. Gabe Norberg has 2 3-pointers in this game for 6 points, and I had Caden Decker down for the first one that was actually made by Norberg, so sorry for that. 3 ball up and no good. Straight on 3 for Bisker, no good. Schmaus pulls it down, and here come the Riders. Skogsberg. Garang in the corner. Schmaus. You never know when he might explode and try to take it all the way. So that's the first team foul of the fourth quarter. Schmaus will take a fresh 35. Wide open 3 for Deng. Quick. He does it again. His third 3 of this game. 56-37 now. Oh, a quick whistle on that one. And they're going to say C.J. Schmaus, excuse me, gets the foul. There's Bisker. He's been one of their leading scorers today. Rebound up and no good for Jack Mack. Quick down court, and it's going to be lost out of bounds. Isaiah Garang beat the rest of the team down the court and then lost the ball. Got a little too far under the hoop, I think. Was it? McClemens gets blocked in midair. Look at that pass. And the brakes put on by Schmaus. He gets 2. 58-37. Great pass by Bryson Skogsberg. He's had a couple of long-distance passes tonight to set the Riders up on the break. McClemens pivots after getting stuck and puts 2 home. He's got 6 tonight. Riders have been pouring this on. Oh, nice steal by Jackson McClemens. Moko trying to disrupt the free 2, but it goes in, and Jackson McClemens gets back-to-back field goals. Moko to Skogsberg. $17-point lead for the Riders. Really turned this thing on since halftime. 3 ball no good for Skogsberg. And Decker and Norberg advance it. McClemens likes it from 3. He's offline. Schmaus with the rebound. Coming up on 5 minutes left in this one. Roosevelt in firm control. 3 ball. Skogsberg up and good. Another 3. And we'll take a quick timeout as well here on Live Ticket TV. We'll be back right after this timeout.
It's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Welcome back to the Ryder Gym. Roosevelt in control, 20 points up, 61-41. They've been putting an offensive show together in this game, especially in the second half. A lot of different players getting in on the action, but here in the fourth quarter, they've hit a couple more threes. Dan Quick and Bryson Skogsberg each have deposited one from beyond the arc. And Watertown struggling to get a rhythm on offense. There's Caden Decker. Rehorsed over to McClemens. He drives left side, has a good looking shot. That's a deep two. And McClemens is now 6 points just in this quarter. 10 for the game. There's going to be a travel on Kranzler on the way back up the court. So the Riders still up 15, but Watertown now with back-to-back chances to cut into this lead. Watertown taking it under 20 on the shot clock. Bisker off the front iron, no good, but McClemens puts it back. And he continues his big fourth quarter. Memphis Bylander gets it over to Tiger. Roosevelt will slow it down. 61-45. Riders have pulled away in the third quarter. Kranzler thought about it. 13 on the shot clock. Tiger kicks it back out to Bylander. Deep three. Up and good. Memphis Bylander gets on the scoreboard with a deep three. Hanger, as McClemens is starting to take over offensively, gets fouled on the way up. It's going to be on Akeem Moko. And McClemens has a chance to shoot a couple of free throws. The junior hitting 63% of his free throws so far this year. Can't hit the first one. McClemens up to 12 points after a slow start. His average 14.5 points per game. And can't hit the second half either. Kranzler comes out with the rebound. After a little trouble, they finally get it across. Memphis Bylander, you know he's going to flush that one. If he gets a lane to the hoop, he puts it down, one of the highest flyers in AA. Bisker answers with a three. Carter Bisker having himself a pretty good little night. 14 points for Watertown. They are going to call a travel. So that's the whole official's choice there, whether it's a travel or contact. But they're going to say it goes on Memphis Bylander for the turnover, and Watertown takes over. Still an 18-point cushion for the Riders with 2:43 left. McClemens. He's been attacking here in the fourth quarter. Norberg looks for McClemens, doesn't get him on the first rotation. They'll get him on the second rotation, misses on the 3. Schmaus comes up with the loose ball. And Norberg picks up the foul on the way down the court. The second team foul of this fourth quarter. 2:21 left. Fourth quarter action. Watertown looking for a signature win. They've beaten Brookings a couple of times this year. And Great Plains Lutheran. Oh, little action from the back. And a quick timeout while they have possession as Watertown tries to find a way to poke the ball loose. But as we said, Roosevelt looking to improve on their record. This is a team that's played much better in the second half of the season. They are 6-9 coming into this one. Could advance to 7-9. They need to get to tie Sioux Falls, Washington, if they want to get to the number 8 spot. Right now, Washington sitting at 9-5. That's going to be a tough stretch. But this Roosevelt team has a couple of tough games coming up. They play Lincoln on the 18th. Then they're at Washington on the 21st. That's a game we'll have right here on Live Ticket TV. I'll be on the call for that one. It'll be really important for Roosevelt to try to get a win in that one as they finish up the season at home against Aberdeen and then at Pierre. Two minutes left in this game. Bylander pops one from 3. Moko gets the offensive board, gathers himself, and puts it back up for 2. Norberg thought about it, pulls it back up. Bisker goes left and has a nice jump shot as he stops and pops. Look at that, the steal. They had another chance at it. McClemens got the O board, and it's coming back. Another foul called against Watertown. So with 1:29 left, we're going to see a lot of new players in the game. Denal Dean, Riley, Casey, Abdul Alamayu, and looks like CJ Schmaus still in the game. Caleb Horseman also in the game for Roosevelt. Schmaus, Horseman, Casey, and Dean. Dean goes right to the rack. Nice look on the lay-in. He gets his 4th point of the game. Floater on the right side by Jackson Fallick, no good. Rebounded by Alamehu. One more timeout for Roosevelt. They're going to put a couple players in, Brody Frick and Balin Nickens. And Roosevelt will close out this last minute, up 20 against Watertown. Roosevelt swinging it around. Oh, nice steal that time. Jack Mack, wide open, decides to try for a dunk. Can't quite flush it. Nice take that time. Balin Nickens comes into the game and gets 2. 72-50. 3 seconds left. And that will do it, folks. The Roosevelt Rough Riders hold their ground at home with a convincing 72-50 22-point win over the Watertown Arrows. Jamari Tiger went for 20 points in the victory, but it was spread out scoring. Dan Quick, Denal Dean, CJ Schmaus, Isaiah Garang, Memphis Bylander, Akeem Moko, Micah Kranzler, Bryson Skogsberg, all with multiple points in this game, multiple field goals. They got it done against the Watertown Arrows. That'll do it from the Roosevelt Gym. We'll be back with more Roosevelt action coming up in their next 2 games. We'll have both of those on Live Ticket TV as well. For Memphis Call and Hannah Rowe, I'm Jason Andera. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.